Pump it up, pump it up.
Trae.
Come on, come on.
With Trae.
Pump it up, pump it up.
It's the day with Trae.
This is the day to gain inspiration, to make a positive change in the nation. We're inviting you to partake in conversation, to raise your vibration. It's the day that we will all celebrate all of our peeps that make this thing elevate. Watch the negative fade away, cause it's the day with Trae.
Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome to the Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. We got a wonderful Wednesday in the works for you all. If you've been watching this week, you know that we have the Reign of Style takeover going down all week long here on the Day with Trae. And already we've gotten to talk to Ayesha, the producer of Reign of Style, a couple of times. We talked to Coach Giggs, he's the host of the show. We also talked to Gia Jones, longtime contributor of the show as well. So really excited to continue some amazing discussions. And today we have some dope folks in the building, y'all. We got Ayesha Luster, owner of Unique Style Salon. We're gonna be talking to her about how she brings her love of hair and styling to the show. And then later we're gonna be talking to Michelle Williams, an organic hairologist, y'all. We're gonna be diving into all that entails later on in the show. But of course, this is the top of the show, y'all. So it's a perfect time for you to tag and share this stream, participate with us, and spread the word of all the great inspiring stories we have going on here on the Day with Trae. Just share it with folks who you feel could benefit from this daily dose of dopeness right here on the Day with Trae. And if you can't watch our TV show, we still have you covered, because you can listen to us anywhere you find your favorite podcast. Just search Converge Media Network in the Day with Trae. You'll find me on whichever platform is your favorite. So go ahead and search for us and you'll find us there. Well, I'm excited because I actually got to sit in this person's chair and get a good old wash and scrub. So I'm so excited because up next is Ayesha Luster. We're going to be talking about her journey into hair care, why she continues to do this, and how she's connected to Reign of Style. What's up, Ayesha?
Hey, how are you, Trae?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to be here.
Yeah, it was so great to see your name on this list of amazing folks coming on this week. I'm like, oh snap, I know her. And I always want to, use this platform to share people's stories. So what got you into saying, you know what, here is how I'm going to be not only just making money, but how I'm going to be pouring into community?
I would say it all started when I was young. Like, I started off like scratching my mom's scalp. And from there, like, I didn't know that I wanted to do hair, but it kind of just happened. And I just fell into it. And then I fell in love with it.
Wow.
So.
Were you one of those folks that was like, in high school, people knew, oh, I'm about to go have her hook me up? Was that you, or did it come later on?
It came later on. I was real quiet about it. Like, I had a couple people, but I didn't really talk too much about it because I wasn't sure that was what I wanted to do.
And then one day you said, this is it, I'm going to go full throttle.
Yeah.
So now owner of Unique Style Salon, you decided to have your own salon. Tell us about that, because that in and of itself is its own journey.
I kind of fell into that too. Like, I really loved hair, but I kind of tried to walk away from it a couple of times, but it just kept calling me back. And I just stopped refusing it and was just like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. Let me get my shop. Let me, do this hair. Like, let me be around these people that really love me. Like, they love all the things that I do for them, like being in the space with me, like talking to me, like just everything. So I was like, all right, hair is where it's at. Yeah. Unique Styles is where it's at. Let's go.
I love it. Well, it's so great because, like I said, I got to be there at your salon and sit there in your chair, and honestly, it was a real experience. My homie said, look, you gotta go to, man, the way she's washing hair, man, she's scratching the scalp. I said, okay, let me go see what's up with this. And you did not disappoint, but it was also beautiful to just be in the space and to hear the kinds of conversations that are taking place in a salon. That's something that I sometimes miss because my cousin just comes to my house and does my hair often. Right. So, being there, it was reminiscent of that. And you just talked about people that were loving on you, pouring into you. How has it been, for these years that you've been doing hair, to continuously pour into clients and to build people up when they, walk out of your chair, your space, with their head held high after you just styled them?
It actually feels really good. Like, it's incredible. Like, I would say from start to finish, just seeing someone come in and just be down and just working it up and, you know, giving them this style that they didn't expect, and them leaving and being like, wow, Ayesha, like you really did that. Like you made my day. Like even the conversation, like you really like got me on a whole new step. So yeah.
It's something special. There's always this special connection. I know, you know, guys talk about it in terms of their barber, right? It's very serious, you know, right? It's like, man, that relationship is so serious. And I think it's the same for those of us who get our hair done by someone. It's like, yo, it's really special. That I cherish that relationship.
Right.
But also, you're really fast too. I mean, I've heard about this. Like, you are palm rolling quick. You have a great technique. Tell us about what, maybe cemented your technique when it comes to natural styles.
Well, you know, I went to SVI. I was under Miss D and Miss Valentine, and I started and I kind of was just like really shy about a lot of things. And then Miss V, she really pushes you to, you know, do things. So from there on, like, it kind of like opened me up to a lot of things. Like I started out and I started at Saks in downtown Renton. And I learned a lot. Like I went in there shampooing and assisting, and you know, like I didn't start off doing hair. So I was really, really hustling. And I learned like how to like be around everybody. Like I worked with everybody, like all the stylists. Like they all were like, okay, each do this, you know, like, okay, she needs like a couple pumps of this, a couple pumps of that, and then like just let her sit for a little bit, put her under the dryer, do this, do that, blow dryer. So that kind of pushed me to be like, okay, well, what else is there? So I ended up going to Good Hair for a little bit, and I worked under, you know, Danielle for a little bit, and I really loved it there. And I learned a lot just in the short amount of time that I was there. Like the people, the community, like just everything. It was amazing to be in the city as well. Like, so I would say my natural education came from that. Like learning how to do locks and everything came from that. Picking up my speed, all of that. So that's where that came from. Like,
wow. You know, people talk, it's so funny because Danielle's here for Menopause Mondays, like something totally different, right? And she's like, people are still like, are you sure you're done with hair? Are you sure you're done with hair? Like every time. And I love it because I've heard of the legendary stories of her and just her speed and making sure that people were serviced in a way that she was able to service a lot of clients. So I love hearing that because I could see that totally in the way that you do it. But when you think about how you contributed to Reign of Style, tell us about that connection and when you came into the hair show.
You know, I kind of was like pushed into the Reign of Style hair show. Like I wasn't really open to it. Like I have like this feeling of like, I don't know, you know? So I did do it one year and, you know, it was a great experience. And I was just like, okay, I don't know if I could do it again. And Ayesha was just like, come on, just come on, do it. And I was like, all right, so this is my second chance. Let's go, run it up, you know? Like, we'll see where it goes. So I don't know, I'm excited, but I'm nervous at the same time.
Right.
We'll see.
Yeah, well, we talked earlier this week about, you know, this being an opportunity to flourish in different things that you wouldn't be able to do with a normal client.
Right.
What are some of the things that you're excited about in terms of the levels of creativity that you're able to kind of explore when it comes to a hair show?
I'm really excited about what I want to do. I have some really big ideas. Wow. So I want them to come out and just really be what it is that I see in my head. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you up there. Of course, if folks want to connect with you, if they're like, yo, I'm trying to get in and get out, well, I need somebody that got this speed. I want to give you time to look right there and make sure folks know how to tap in with Unique Styles.
Okay. Well, you can find me at Unique Styles on Instagram. You can find me at Us in Hair on Facebook. My telephone number is 206-769-0605. You could text me, you could call me, and I will call back or text back. So, yeah.
Right on. Ayesha, thanks so much for being here today.
You're welcome.
And for pouring that creativity out there and pushing yourself a little bit this year to be a part of Raina's Style again. I'm excited to see what you come up with. Thanks for being with me.
Yeah, of course.
Y'all, I'm telling you, it's so great to talk to all of these amazing stylists. We're going to continue this because now up next, we got Michelle Williams in the building. We're going to be talking about what it means to be an organic hairologist and how she's pouring into Raina's Style. You don't want to miss this. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
You on my mind a lot, don't need no time watch. I don't know how I got you in my pocket spot. Yeah, that's babe, need you every day. You seem like the barging down, got my heart no barging in. From the bed to the floor to the couch, might wake the neighbors up. Break you in then break you out. In the end we gon' make a child. Then we gon' hit the shower. Part 2 we don't need no pause. You miss me, we gon' get tipsy, don't need a power shot.
Copy my steel, face the fact that copy my steel, face the fact that.
Spokane, T-Town. I see you every weekend on Back to Besa. And of course, I'm bringing you stories from all over the PNW. You already know your girl's keeping it real everywhere I go. And of course, you can stream current episodes right now on the Fox Local app, available on your smart TV.
Big Tobacco thinks they know everything. They think they know you, your community, the places you go, and the way that you spend your time. They think they got you all figured out, down to a formula, a calculation based off of numbers of what they think they know. Show them they're wrong. Learn more at theythinktheyknowyou.org.
Welcome back, everyone, to The Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. Joining me right now is Miss Michelle Williams, Organic Hairologist. I'm so excited to get into it. Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, this was a new one for me, and so I'm going straight to it. Normally, I'm like, give me your hair journey. I want to learn about the background. But Organic Hairologist, I know there's people out there that are like, what is that? Tell us more.
Well, it's inspired by my clients, and actually a couple clients specifically that have been with me for years. And I just asked one recently, it's like, oh, I need a new title for, what I do. And she mentioned organic because it's still natural. But she said, for me, it means specifically that I go beyond just their hair. So I'm working with them, not just with their hair, with their scalp, with them internally, just organically in a whole natural sense. So I was like, ooh, I like that. So then the hairologist has been kind of sitting in the corner collecting dust bunnies, right? But it's like, oh, hairologist. So because I get called Dr. Mimi, because I go by Michelle Mimi Lee, just for my brand name. But I've been called Dr. Mimi or the hairologist. I was like, oh, the hairologist, I like that because I do that because I create oils for people because I also do that too. So I come from a healing sense and a more natural organic sense with people's hair. So
yeah, it's so needed too. I think that they're, as we were kind of just talking about it earlier this week, even the connection of hair and wellness.
Yes.
And how oftentimes our stylist is the first to maybe notice a change.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
And how the health of the body is reflected in the hair.
Yes.
And I know for me, like I always have like dry scalp. And I think, before I had locks, I was doing my own crochets like every 3 weeks. And I loved those because those protective styles meant that I just got to kind of grow my hair and like, kind of leave my scalp alone.
Right.
But then when I went to locks, I'm like, oh man, I got to deal with my scalp all the time. And I asked my cousin who started my locks, who I love. She's an amazing hairstylist as well. But I was like, do I have like psoriasis or something like? And she was like, girl, no. Here you go, looking up videos.
She was like, relax, huh?
Yeah, self-diagnosed. But tell us about how you're able to do some customization for what your clients need when you go into creating the oils and doing different things for them that also pour into their hair.
Well, typically, I'm here for the journey. That's part of it too. So I'm here to help, not hinder. So that's part of that organic piece for me as well. So I like to know what a person's hair story is, but their own personal story too, like what their journey is. Because if they're on a journey for the health of their hair and they come to me, and oftentimes people come to me as a referral. People have been with me for years. Like I've had people that have been for me like 20 years. Wow. You know, just doing their hair in natural and protective styles. So I listen, we talk about it, we discuss it, and we navigate together. So I find out what the specifics are, like if they're on medication, or if they're stressed in their life, or if they've had a change physically, hormonally, because our hair goes in different stages as we go through life, but also to sometimes physical changes and medicines and things like that can affect, how our hair grows. And also, like, I could suggest like vitamins, supplements, even herbal remedies, things like that. But even for myself, I've been through changes with my hair. Like I've chopped my hair like 3 or 4 times, but I've been natural since 2000. So I've been on that journey myself, so I understand. So I try to be on that journey along with that person. So it's a co-op for me. So I think that's where the organic piece comes in, because I'm coming from a healing space. But I'm also healing too, so let's go on it together. I'm here for the journey.
I love that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of symbiosis there.
Yes.
I mean, when you're talking about like what you're giving to clients, but what you're also receiving.
Yeah, and it's also about energy too.
Yeah.
So that's where all of that comes together. So.
Well, I've had people say to me, give me stories, specifically hairstylists who have been like, in some people's hair, I couldn't work with the client, right? Because exactly what you're talking about, there was some type of force of energy or something that really didn't allow for them to like do what they do best. Have you experienced that as well?
I have. I have. And then it comes to the point where we just have to part ways. It just doesn't work. It's not a fit. But most oftentimes, being open and being able to connect with a client, as far as their hair, and giving it love, and it'll give you love back. It'll grow. Sometimes we need to let our hair rest. When they come in for protective styles, they might come in, it's like their sides or thing. And I'm all about saving the edges too.
Yes.
I hear a lot of stories. People come in and they say, oh, my edges are gone, or they may be postpartum. Oftentimes people lose their edges and hair loss due to postpartum, and that's the body changing hormonally or recovering. It generally takes up about 2 years, after having a delivery, because the baby, takes a lot of that away from us, but our body has to balance itself. So it's about balance too. But with the energy and working with clients on a one-by-one basis, so I don't clump everybody together, but in a general sense, everybody's here for me. You know what I mean? So, but I have history with hair in my family. My mom was a beautician. Wow. And my dad was a barber. But also my children do hair too. So my oldest loves her, works with her natural hair. My second oldest, she's become an educator, and she does lashes now too. So, and my youngest braids, but she lives in California. My son actually barbers, but he works construction, so he does it on the side. So my business, Natural Legacies, is a legacy. So the Organic Hairologist, I'm here for the journey with the client. So, but I've been braiding for like almost 3 decades. Wow. And it started with my kids. They were my trainees, training me up to learn how to work with natural hair. But when I discovered my hair didn't agree with perms anymore, and I decided to go natural, that helped me learn so I could be on that journey with other people in their hair, getting it to a healthy state.
Wow. Well, I think it's so important. And, it's been great to have all of y'all on this week because I'm learning so much every time we get into these amazing conversations. I'm like, oh, another nugget I'm walking away with here. But also that means you're bringing all of this understanding and your decades of experience to Reign of Style. Tell us about, some of those first touch points you had with the show.
Oh my goodness. So I'm from Chicago originally, but I've been here like 30 plus years. But I met Ayesha 20 plus years ago, and she actually came to me to get her hair braided. And I remember one of our first conversations, when I first braided her hair, was about hair shows. And that she was thinking about doing that. And I was like, well, when you do, let me know. And so she's like, I'm doing a hair show. And I'm like, yep, I'm in it. So, and that was 2009. And my theme was Purple Passion. And I was just so excited to be there because I was like, the platform that she's created for us here that we see in other places in the US. You know what I mean? And even internationally now. But we have it here, and she created that. And this is her 10th year. I'm excited every year because it rekindles my love for hair. And it gets me to that creative space that I love to be in because I have other, skills too. I'm crafty, handy.
Absolutely.
I like to make stuff, so, but that comes with our skill with doing hair because we use our hands and we make and we create. So it's not just about doing hair and knowing the basics of doing hair, but it's about using our hands and what we make when we do the hair. You know what I mean? And what feeling the person has when it's done and completed. So when we get the opportunity to do the show, girl, listen, I'm already like feeling, I'm like excited but nervous, but like I said, it rekindles my love for hair and the passion for it. And I'm so grateful for Ayesha, for her to do this the way that she does it and the passion. And she like Coach mentioned earlier about her smiling and all of that, but I just see the love and the passion that she has for setting that stage for us, literally a stage for us all to come out and show what we can do.
That's right.
You know
Coach
what I mean?
was just saying that the other day, and it's beautiful too because you have to have something that is a driving force for you in order to continue to produce a show of this magnitude year over year.
Yes.
And so, my goodness, 2009,
Yes.
you're experiencing now the growth of the show.
Yes.
What are some of those amazing stories? You said Purple Passion.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Like,
was the first
obviously
one.
there may be some other themes you have witnessed over the years.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
What were some more inspiring?
I remember the Shantae. Oh, when she came out with the drum line. Oh my goodness! And they were, that was, and then the hairstyles too. Like it was so creative. A lot of the schools. I love seeing the schools and just the amount of people and just ideas. They're so out of the box. I don't even think there's a box that any of this could even fit in, or you know what I mean. So they create all these styles, and then you look back at the pictures and you're like, how did they do that? And where did it come from? What inspired it? So I love watching the schools. I love watching the other stylists too, and then getting to know the community too. That's how you connect with the beauty community. Even with the makeup artists, the barbers, just the everyday hairstylists, Now there's weaveologists, braiders, So it's such a range that is open up for all of us to come and show our work,
Well, this is beautiful too because, I think that there's something to be said about people who are like, well, it's a big deal because I was in LA at this hair show or I was in Detroit. And it's like, we're here.
Yeah.
And we get to pour into the soil here because of what Ayesha has done.
Yes.
And I just want to thank you for pouring into it and
I
for bringing your love not only to your children but to the community in the ways that you have. So of course, the folks out there are maybe wanting to tap in because maybe they need that exchange. Maybe some folks are just starting their hair journey in a new way and they want to connect with you as an organic hairologist. Look right there, let them know how they tap in with you.
Hi, I'm Michelle Mimi Lee, also Michelle Williams, but you can tap in with me at Gloss Genius, MichelleMimiLee.com, or no, it's Michelle, it's, I lost my words, but it's at Gloss Genius, MichelleMimiLee.com. You can also reach me at 206-413-1324. You can either text me or call me. I'm also on Instagram as Mimi_Styles. and Natural Legacies. And I'm also on Facebook, Michelle Mimi Lee, and Natural Legacies on Facebook. So you can reach me through all that social media. I mean, all those points you can connect with me. So
Lots of good platforms.
yeah. You know, I try to stay social. You know, to try to put a little bit out there. You know, just a little taste. You know,
You give them some drops.
yeah.
Oh, Michelle Mimi Lee, thank you so much for being with me
Thank
today.
you. I really appreciate this. And again, Reign of Style, March 3rd. Got to be there. I mean, everybody's gonna come and show out. It's gonna be a great time. I'm excited. I'm nervous, but hope to see you there. Got to show up.
That's right.
It's the place
Gotta
to be.
show up.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being with me.
Thanks.
Y'all, she's so right. You gotta show up. I mean, when we have opportunities like this, they thrive because we participate, because we buy tickets, we tell our friends, we bring our kids,
Yes.
we get people engaged and involved. And
Yes.
that's how these kinds of nodes of our culture stay in bed right here in the Pacific Northwest. Y'all know I'm gonna wrap it all up right after this short break. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
What's up, Seattle, Rose City, Big Boise, Spokane, T-Town? I see you every weekend on Back to Basic. And of course, I'm bringing you stories from all over the PNW. You already know your girl's keeping it real everywhere I go. And of course, you can stream current episodes right now on the Fox Local app, available on your smart TV.
Africatown Plaza is our latest affordable housing development project. It's 126 units of affordable housing over community commercial space.
It's the first time in my career, and I've been doing this for 10 years, that I was able to design for people who look like me.
Africatown Plaza is a beacon of hope.
Africatown Plaza is a love letter to the community.
Seattle Opera presents X, the life and times of Malcolm X. The story of one of the most misunderstood figures in U.S. history comes to McCall Hall for an exceptional night at the opera. Pulitzer Prize-winning composer Anthony Davis produces an American classic with influences from classical music, jazz, pop, blues, and more. Don't miss X, the life and times of Malcolm X, February 24th through March 9th at McCall Hall. Details at seattleopera.org.
You on my mind a lot, don't need no time watch. I don't know how I got you in my pocket spot. Yeah, that's babe, need you every day. You seem like the barging down, got my heart no barging in. From the bed to the floor to the couch, might wake the neighbors up, break you in and break you out. In the end, we gon' make the child, then we gon' hit the shower. Part 2, we don't need no pause. We miss you, we gon' get tipsy, don't need a power shot.
Copy my steel, face the fact that, copy my steel, face the fact that.
Welcome back, everyone, to The Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. What a wonderful Wednesday episode. Seriously, huge shout out to my guest today, Miss Ayesha Luster, owner of Unique Style Salon, telling us that, you know, she's nervous and excited to be there at the Reign of Style show this year, but also where you can find her if you're looking for someone to get into your hair the way that she does. And of course, huge shout out to Michelle Mimi Lee for being here as well and telling us more about her organic hairologist journey, what that entails and how you can connect with her. But also, this is about how you can get there to the Reign of Style show. Here's the flyer for you with all the details. Make sure y'all are going to reignofstyle.com. You can get all the information there. March 3rd on a Sunday, y'all, right there at the Seattle Pavilion. You want to make your way there so that you can experience the uniqueness of all of these amazing stylists who are pouring into this effort. And also, huge shout out to Ayesha for bringing this to the table. Miss Ayesha Ellis-Asim has been very much important in this because this was her brainchild, but she brought all of the folks from the hair community together. We're talking about barbers and beauty and hair, and this is a place to explore the creativity. So if you're somebody out there who's looking for some inspiration, find it there at the show, and also find it here on The Date with Trae as we uplift and celebrate these inspiring stories, showing you how you too can be a part of the solution, just as my guests here have today. Of course, y'all, for me, until tomorrow when Reign of Style Takeover continues at 11 a.m. Peace. Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.